Let's watch and break down a couple editing tricks GQ uses in their videos consistently, and also just check out the cool things they're doing in their content. But first, it's very important to know what type of company GQ is. GQ is an editorial company. So that's like companies like New York Times and Complex. So these companies rely on getting millions of views, partnering with big brands and celebrities to post engaging content. They do a lot of exciting things to get those views, but it's also important to see what they don't do. They are on a strict schedule. So keep an eye out of how simple and effective these videos are gonna be. Because if you wanna get a similar client for a New York Times, for a GQ, for Complex, a lot of amateur editors would probably offer too much, but wouldn't be able to deliver on the timeline that these companies face. And in case you're wondering who I am, I'm George, Video Loadout. I make videos for local businesses all the way up to billion-dollar clients like PSA. And so if you wanna learn high quality video editing techniques while breaking down some edits from the top brands right now, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I'm gonna be doing this consistently, and let me know in the comments below something specific you want me to look over and break down for you guys. All right, let's see what GQ video I should break down. I had one in mind, but it's a little bit older video, so I wanna find a recent one. I don't know who this is. I don't know. It's a sumo, but I don't know. I'm excited about the Superman movie. Hopefully it doesn't have any spoilers. Let's check this one out.
Didn't need a zipper to pee because my intrepid dresser, Scotty, and I got so good at getting in and out of the suit that we could do it in about 4.5 minutes.
Ever since Christian Bale brought that up for Batman, that's like in every superhero movie now. But to the editing, let's check out the title. Let's check out the frame too. All right, we got a 2-camera setup, maybe more. Let's see, we got a wide with a B cam.
Scotty and I got so...
Color grade's pretty minimal, probably in Premiere, not DaVinci, because DaVinci color grades look a little bit better. But I'm not saying that I use DaVinci. I usually use Premiere Pro and don't spend as much time on grading. This project probably had to come out fast, so. And I know a lot of the team members at GQ use Premiere Pro.
About 4.5 minutes.
Titles are nothing to pause and analyze so far.
Hi, I'm David Corn.
On key, really cool.
Sweat, here with GQ to talk about how I prepared to play the role.
Good Superman, by the way. Really good Superman. I gotta watch this movie.
So
oh no, spoilers.
Superman.
I'll deal with the spoilers for you guys to break down this video. I had time I should have watched it earlier.
First.
Okay, like I said earlier, this is one of the top brands right now, but they're putting out simple piece of content. And the editor's main focus probably right now, I'd say, is they probably have a general outline or script question format, but it's to intercut with that A and B cam, the wide and the close-up, to make the video's pacing faster, but to cut into the close-up as the B cam as naturally as possible. So we're not trying to do, hey, this is a big client, let's do as many motion graphics as possible. You know, that would be a documentary video or a high-end educational YouTube video. But even if this client may even pay you more, your decision-making is what is earning you the bucks, the big bucks on this specific project. So don't be afraid, guys, as a pro editor, to make a simple piece of content. Don't get in the way of the news, the information coming out of the story, which is the Superman actor telling him about this movie and how he's involved with it.
I mean, even when I was auditioning for James's movie, I didn't really...
Okay, right here. This is important. So even though I'm not in love with the text animations, the graphics, they are doing a really professional job of what type of font they're using, and they use this kind of glowing text in the beginning, and they utilize it later on in this lower third. Now, consistent graphics is one of those things you start having to keep an eye on as a pro video editor for these larger companies. It's one of the things you'll hear most in notes or emails, and it's best to keep track, have a Google Doc of, hey, this is this client's branding, the font, the size, the weight of the font, and carrying over the title graphics style to the lower third. Really great choice. And just a little detail that you can keep an eye out for it if you start getting these type of clients. I think we got the gist of this video. Let's move on to another one. All right, this is an older video, but I think it's still relevant because it really changed the way I thought. This video specifically changed the way I looked at what clients want. I thought I had to put more time and work way harder the bigger the client was, but that's not true. That's me having imposter syndrome and trying to do what my anxiety tells me, not what my client is telling me. So for editorial work, I think this is a great resource. Let's check out the format of it, specifically the format.
You can learn a lot about a man if he opens up his jewelry box. Might be chokers, tiaras, little ringlets. In my case, it's largely watches. I think by the time we've gone through this arbitrary watch collection of mine, you'll know as much about me as anybody on earth. So let's begin.
Little exciting intro, snappy. And the music in the song itself, I think edited, blended in a way where the music dies out when you go to this talking head setup. That's great. I always try to blend a song for the reason of the song ends, you know, kind of hits that final string or drum hit and fades into maybe another song that's better for a talking head shot, longer interview.
So let's begin.
It's an impressive kick. It's a good kick.
I don't know. This is actually a found object. I was doing some scavenging with a folk art buddy of mine, and we wound up working this into a living art piece. All that was horseshit. This is a Jaeger. This I wore in Iron Man 2, and it has the open back. That's a heck of a watch. It's probably my best watch. I'm gonna say this.
Okay, just by this 54 seconds, you're getting the format of this video. Again, if you're a new editor, you're watching After Effects tutorials, and you're like, I'm gonna do this Gaussian blur, lightning sweep, 3D zoom, because this is a higher paying client. I wanna do all this extravagant stuff. No. One, you don't have time for that. These videos could be due next day. These videos could be due next week. And even if you had time, the revision process on a very complex graphic sequence, not realistic. What do I do? What do I do? It's a big client. Don't have to like show out, do the best I could. Don't listen to that anxious voice in your head. Listen to the client. They're gonna tell you what a successful video is. This. And learn to ask better questions, or most of the time, you're gonna be working with a team of designers, managers. And so the really heart and soul of this is the format, structure, and editing a good interview. Now let's actually look specifically into the format that makes this video a really good video in my opinion. I don't think it's a photo, but simple video, right? Has some negative space to add text. Your text, I mean, simple white text. That's another thing you might overthink is text. 95% of the time, you're just using white text. They added it with a sound effect.
This is a Jaeger.
That's clean. That's perfect. It doesn't get in the way of the fact that Robert Downey Jr. is talking. This is important too. So I'm gonna open up Premiere Pro. I wanna show you guys a little thing about the soundtrack below all this. Now there's two important things to know about adding music to a video that's gonna be for a huge company. One is your licensing. You're gonna wanna pay for or get it from the client. They often have that as well. A manager might have a login. So licensing is a big difference. You're not for a solo creator, you're gonna need it for a commercial license. So let me add a song into this project. Too dramatic. I gotta start labeling these. This one's better. Obviously, you video editors know, changing the music last minute ruins the whole pacing. You just wanna keep things simple. And I see a lot of people doing this, you know, down here. And I'm not gonna add a video, but I'll add a graphic color matte. Just a way simpler way to do this, guys. Let's say you cut it right at this video editing point. I'm not saying this isn't simple, guys, but some people still do this. So if you already know this, you're super smart. Okay, we wanna make this part quieter. -25. And just for sake of this video, I'm gonna lower this too. Just gonna do a standard, shifty, basic transition, 12 frames. That's how we're gonna be doing our sound up, sound down. So that was a sound down, sound up. And so instead of a bunch of these little points, right? That's gonna get you in trouble. If you don't see those at a specific part and your music dips, you send a video, you send an edit, people are questioning why the video randomly ducks at a certain moment. This option is way cleaner. Now there's other important details like finding the right part of the song, but you just need to know that, guys. These videos are simple. Just need to make good decisions with what taste you have. Remember the prompts and the scripts for this, and edit in a clean, organized way where you can send this video as fast as possible and do revisions as easily as possible. As you watch this video, what is this video really doing? It's going to a snappy interview style, title sequence with a watch, text complemented by some sound, and then there's going to be sound ups during these montage moments, right?
It's probably my best watch.
And so that sound up introduces the new watch, the new segment, the new chapter of the video. Sound ups break up the video really nicely, so it's not constant, right? Up and down, and that's what makes it entertaining, engaging, but not overly complicated. So if you check out the rest of this video, it's gonna be a lot of the same stuff. It's the format that's important, but also the editing process to how to get here in a timely manner, which is important. So please remember the key takeaways. It's really about making an enjoyable piece of content with snappy intro, a fast-paced piece of content, no editing mistakes, even on a fast deadline. Pay close attention to what format your client wants, and be very selective on your music. Music's gonna be huge for these pieces of content. And please, for the love of God, set up your editing for, you have an easy time piecing this piece of content together and adjusting it for revisions to get this video out as soon as possible for your client. And that's it, simple. Don't overthink these projects, even if they're for top brands. If you got something you wanna learn or for me to break down personally, leave it in the comments, something you wanna know more about. So now you're closer to being ready to land some of these editorial clients. And if you want to learn if your current clients are either good or bad, my opinion on that, I actually have a video right here with a couple of prompts to figure out if your clients are good or bad video editing clients, while also having some income generating skills for video editors, make more money. You can watch this video here. Subscribe for more video editing content. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Cheers.